Welcome to today's Christmas Pilates session. We are going to be working the 12 days of Pilates Christmas. So the way it's going to work is we're going to start off with our first exercise, and then we're going to then move on to the second exercise, but then we go straight back to the first one. We then go to the third one, go back to the second, back to the first, and we're just going to keep accumulating exercises until we get to the 12th day of our Pilates Christmas. So we're going to start off nice and easy, and then it's going to get a little bit more challenging as we go along. It's all going to be done on the floor, but we are going to start warming up from our standing position. So we're going to get started standing to begin with, and then we're going to head down to the mat when we're ready. So I want you to start by just sinking your feet, pressing evenly down into the mat, and just making sure that you're okay to exercise. And as we go along, it's going to get a little bit more challenging, a little bit more intense. So take any time you need to rest and recover. And if you want to do a few less repetitions, feel free. So we're going to roll the shoulders to start with. Just going to clear the mind. If there's any Christmas stress, just let it out of the system. So you need to roll the shoulders back, let them drop, and then just take a moment to breathe. So I want you just to drop the arms, drop the head so you can relax your neck. And just keep those knees slightly bent. And take an inhale through the nose. And take an exhale through the mouth. Taking an inhale as you count from 4. And taking an exhale now as you count down from 8. So breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just allowing that rib cage to open up nice and wide as you breathe in, and then just letting everything just sink its way back down as you exhale. So then as we return, as we come up, we're going to take those shoulders, give them a roll. Then you're going to take your hands, just place them behind your back, where you're going to just lock your fingers together. And then you're going to stretch the arms behind you. So as you stretch the arms, the shoulders will drop. And they'll start to fall back. And your chest will open up nice and wide. And that's going to help you breathe more effectively. It's also going to help improve your posture as well. So as you're stretching those arms behind you, you just want to make sure that lower back doesn't arch forward. So you've got to keep the abdominals engaged by drawing the belly button into the spine there to support the back. And as you just stretch those arms and let the shoulders drop, open the chest. We can then release. Take our arms now and raise. I'm going to raise nice and high. If you can get them alongside your ears, fantastic. Bring your hands together and stretch all the way up. So you're stretching through the midsection of your back. And again, you're drawing that belly button in, just stopping that back from arching, putting pressure on the spine. And then you're going to release, come down, roll the shoulders. And then we'll just start to twist through the arms. So we're going to go folded arms to start with. When you follow your right elbow and just twist from the hips, breathing in as you go around and breathing out as you come back. Go around the other way. Inhale and exhale, and then we'll go once more. Breathing in. Release to roll, and then just take one arm up nice and high, and then ready to stretch over to the side, and then come up, and then stretch to the other side. So we're going to get ready, and we're going to be working from the mat. So we need to roll down to the mat to start with. So from there, drop your head, roll the shoulders, breathe in, soft knees. And we're going to exhale, we're going to roll down. We're going to come back up for this first one, just to make sure the spine is flexed and it's a little bit more mobile. So we're going to make our way up, we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to make our way down. So when you head down to the mat, roll yourself into a box position. So you're on your hands and knees, and then we can just mobilize that spine a little bit more by just rolling into our cat position and then into our cow position by rolling the spine to flex and then extend by pulling away. So we're almost ready to get started, and it's going to be the 12 days. So we're going to start with day 1, our first day of the Pilates Christmas, which is going to be a spine stretch. So we're going to go seated position on the mat, legs extended, hip width apart, sitting up, and then taking an inhale from where you sit. So for the first day, we spine stretch forward from here. Sink your head down and reach forward and then come up. So now we can go straight into the second day now, which is going to be our spine twist. We go wide with the legs, shoulder width apart, wide with the arms, and we're going to do 2 on the right and 2 on the left. So twisting from the spine, from the hips, rotate round once, then go to the other side. That's going to count as 1. So now for the second, let's go again. And then once we've done those 2 spine twists, we're going to go back to the first day, which is our spine stretch. Bring the legs back in and stretch yourself forward. Then come up. Now we're going to go to the third day. For the third day, we are going to lay ourselves down. So you can either lay yourself down flat on your mat, or we can flow. We can roll straight into our roll down onto our mat, lay ourselves flat, and we'll get ready for 3 single leg circles. So take one leg and extend, and we will draw 3 circles going one direction. And then we've got to change, we've got to go the other way. So, okay, slightly more than 3, but we've got to keep everything even. So 3 circles going one direction, 3 circles going the other direction on one leg, and then of course, even it up. Let's do the other leg. Let's do 3 circles in the other leg. Circles as big or as small as you wish. Try to keep the pelvis stable. Try not to rock or tilt that pelvis from side to side. So it's 3 circles one way, 3 circles the other way. We're on the second leg. And then after we've done the circles, we need to make our way back to that spine twist. So you can either take the first option to sit up, or take the second option and to roll your way up off the mat, where we go wide with the legs, wide with the arms, and we go back into that spine twist again. 2 in each direction. And then of course, into that first day, which was our spine stretch. Okay, we're moving along quite quickly at the moment. We're on to the 4th day. For the 4th day, we're going to go to a double leg stretch. We're going to make our way down to that mat. So either lay yourself down or roll yourself down. So you can see we're flowing straight from one day to the next. Double leg stretch. Take your legs to tabletop. Arms extended. You're going to need a little bit of space for this one, so make sure you've got enough room to swing your arms out wide. And then you're going to take the head and shoulders away from the mat. And then you're going to take an inhale, extend the legs and circle the arms. For 1, for 2, for 3, and for 4. So when you come down from that, we go back to our single leg circles. So let's extend the leg and 3 circles going each way. And then change, so we do both legs. Okay, and then we need to make our way up. So once we have done our circles, either sit yourself up or roll yourself up off the mat into a spine twist. So let's come up. So wide, and once again, coming once, going each way, going twice, and then into that first day of a spine stretch. Okay, we go straight on to the 5th day now, and we are going to go to bridge. So make your way back down onto your mats. And then legs to semi-supine. You can keep the arms by the side, raise the arms up if you wish, take your pick, and then take an inhale and breathe out to raise. Come up into bridge number 1 and hold 3-second count at the top. Exhale, articulate that spine down to the mat. That's our first bridge. Now let's go to bridge number 2 and raise and lower. And here we go, number 3, up we go. Nice and high until only the shoulder blades are left down on the mat. Going down, 2 to go now, here's number 4. And back down, and 5th bridge, here we go, 5th bridge. So once we've done the 5 bridges, we now go back to the 4 double leg stretches. So legs to tabletop, arms raised, head and shoulders up, and then breathe in from position, breathe out. And number 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Come down. 3 single leg circles. Then change direction. Well, truthfully, the 3 single leg circles are more like 12 single leg circles. If you add everything up. Okay, so getting ready for when we have done both legs, we need to make our way back up again for that spine twist. So when we are complete, we are ready to come up. And then into that spine twist we go 4, 2, and then into that spine stretch for that 1 spine stretch. Okay, so moving on, we're coming up to the halfway point already. It's gone very quick, but it's going to start to slow down a little bit from now on. We're going to go into hip drops. So back down onto the mat we go, rolling down or just laying down. Feel free to use a band or a towel if you need assistance. Arms go wide, legs to semi-supine. Now for our hip drops, we're just going to do 6 in total. So dropping one side will count as 1, dropping the other will go as 2, and then we keep going till we've done 6. Now, when we have done those 6, we've got to go back into our bridge. So when you're ready, arms come back in, separate the legs, hip width apart. Heels underneath those knees, arms by your side or arms raised, and back into our first bridge. And coming down, that's bridge number 1. Number 2, just a 3-second hold at the top will be long enough. And number 3. And down. And bridge number 4. And number 5. So from 5 bridges back to 4 double leg stretches. So here we go, back into tabletop. Arms raised, head and shoulders up, and inhale, hold, breathe out for 1, for 2, for 3, and for 4, coming down. Back down, 4 up, 3 single leg circles. And change. So from there, switch legs, and 3 each way on the other leg. And switch. And then we're going to go back into our seated position. So rolling up or sitting up, back into that spine twist. Here we go for 2 each way. And then to 1 spine stretch. And then when we come up, we can then get ourselves ready for number 7. 7, we're going to stay seated where we are, and we're going to go to the saw. So, same position as that last one, spine stretch, arms wide, legs are going to go hip, shoulder width apart, and for the saw, we're going to do 7. So, bringing the left hand to the right foot, drop the head into the shoulder, that will go as 1. To the other side will go as 2. And then back for 3. It's going to be slightly uneven. So one side will be doing a little bit more than the other. We need to do 7 of these saws. And then once we have done those, we need to make our way back down. So we come down onto that mat, and then we go back into those hip drops. So arms wide, knees, feet, thighs together, semi-supine position, and dropping once, and twice, and 3, and 4, and 5, and then from 6, we are going to go back to bridge. So arms by your side or arms raised, legs separated, hip width, and then back into bridge number 1. And then number 2. And number 3, here we go. And number 4. And bridge number 5. So now we go to 4 double leg stretches, tabletop position, arms extended, head and shoulders away, and for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Coming down, arms down, 1 leg down, 1 leg up, and 3. Circles. 3 circles one way. Change, let's switch, and 3. Circles the other way. And then we're going to go to seated position. Up we go. And then into our spine twist. Separate the legs, separate the arms, and stretching out as you rotate through the hips. Once and twice, coming back into that spine stretch. Okay, now we move on to the 8th day. So for this one, we're going to turn to our side. On your mat, on your side, we're going to move to a side plank with threading needle. So position number 1 is to go to your forearm and use one leg to support and one leg extended. Take the arm and thread your needle from there. So that's the basic move. Number 2 is to go from forearm to hand and thread your needle that way. Or if you want to go advanced, don't use any support and extend both legs instead. Okay, now for your threading needle, we've got 8. We're going to do 4 on each side, because if you're doing 8 each side, it's going to take a long time. So if you want to do 8 each side, feel free. I'm just going to do 4. So we're going to go 4 threading needles each side. And then switch over. More than welcome to do 8 if you wish. 8 each side is a lot to do, considering everything else you're going to have to do as well. Okay, so once we have done our threading needles, we're going to come back seated into the saw. So 7 saws now. And then when we've done 7 saws, we need to head back to our mat. So let's roll down, come down to our back, and then arms wide into our hip drops. So dropping once and twice and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And now we drop and we go to bridge. So separate the legs, breathe in from the floor, exhale and raise, bridge number 1, and down, bridge number 2, and down. Here we go for number 3. And number 4. Okay, from 5 bridges to 4 double leg stretches. Tabletop arms, head, shoulders up, and 4, number 1. 1, and 2, 3, and from 4, let's head down. And single leg circle. Here we go, 1, and 2, and 3, it's changed, go the other way. Okay, it's ready to change legs, here we go, 3 each way on the other side. And switch. And then ready to come up to our 2 spine twists, up and come off the mat. And from there, and we spine twist. Once, and then twice, and then 1 spine stretch. Okay, we are moving on. We're getting closer. It's going to get really hard from now on as we head to the 9th one. Now, for the 9th one, we're going to do 9 side kicks. And for this one, we're going to do 9 on each leg. So make your way back down onto your mat. Lay yourself down. So let's roll down or lay down. Turn to the side. And then we're going to do 9 on this first leg. So inhale, side kick, and exhale back. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9. Okay, ready to turn. Let's go to the other side. Let's do 9 on that other side. We're going to do quite a few on this one because we are shortening our side plank threading needles. So this is a fairly straightforward and quite quick exercise. So we can afford to do 9 on each leg. But if your hip isn't feeling great, half the number of reps you do instead. Okay, now when we've done our 9 side kicks, we need to go to the side plank position. So we're going to stay on this side, and then we're going to go into one of our chosen positions, supported or no supported, and we're going to go for 8 threading needles. So 4 on each side. Okay, coming up, ready to change, switch over. Again, if you want to do more, if you want to do 8 each side, feel free. Okay, now when we've done our threading needles, we are then going to go into saws. So back to seated position from there, and 7 saws. Then from 7 saws, let's head our way back into our hip drops. So back onto the mat we go. And arms wide, legs together, and dropping once, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, and from 6, arms in, separate the legs. Let's go to those 5 bridges again. So exhale on the way up. Pause. Exhale down. Raise number 2. And back down. And number 3. And number 4. And number 5. So now to our double leg stretch. Let's come up and for number 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. Head down and 3 single leg circles. And switch 1 and 2 and 3 and switching legs. Here we go to the other side. And switch. And from there, we're ready to come up into our 2 spine twists. Going once and twice and 2, 1 spine stretch. So now as we come up, we now move on to 10, and we are going to do our 10 shoulder stretches. So make your way down, roll yourself down or lay yourself down, and then turning over to your side, relax the legs, arms in front, let the head drop into the shoulder. Let's take this top arm. Now we're going to open up. Now for this one, it's 10. So we're going to do 5 on each side. So that's 1 and 2. You want to follow the arm. You want to let the head move with the movement of the spine. Try and keep your legs together, knees and feet together, and just open up through the shoulder. Now, if you want to do 10 on each side, feel free. It's going to take a long time. That's why I'm just going to do 5. So once you've done 5 on one side, we switch over and then we do 5 on the other side. So we're getting very close now to finishing these 12 days. But as you notice, it's going to start to feel a little bit more challenging as we have to accumulate our way through all of them. So once we've done our 5 or 10 in total of our shoulder stretches, then we're going to go to our 9 side kicks. So let's stay on the side that we're on, extend the leg, and 9, which we're going to stay with 9 on each leg for this one. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. So we've done 9 side kicks one side. Let's turn. Let's do 9 on the other. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. So stay on the side now. We've done the 9 side kicks. We now need to move to our 8 threading needles. So let's come up into your position, and then we're going to do 8 threading needles. We're going to do 4 on this side. And then we're going to change and switch to do 4 on the other side. And then from 8 threading needles, we go to 7 saws. So here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7. So from there, let's make our way back down. Lay yourself down onto that mat where we are going to go to our 6 hip drops. So from there, this is quite a nice relaxing one to break up those previous quite intense ones. 3 and 4 and 5, and then from your 6 hip drops, let's go back into bridge. So from position, separate through those legs, arms down or arms raised, and bridge number 1, and down, and number 2, and down, 3, and down, and number 4, and down. Last one here for the swift bridge. And then after this, we're going to move to those 4 double leg stretches. Up we go, and tabletop and raised. And from there, let's go for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. From there, we now need to go 3 single leg circles. So here we go, back to those circles. 1 and 3. Let's change. Go the other way. And then switch over. 1 and 2 and 3 and switch. 1, 2 and 3, and then ready to roll up. When you're ready to come up, to go into our 2 spine twists. And from there, from 2 spine twists into 1 spine stretch. Okay, now we're getting close. We now move on to the 11th day. And for the 11th day, we're going to go to a single leg stretch. So make our way back down, rolling your way or laying yourself down onto your back, where we shall then go to a tabletop. Hold one leg, raise the head and shoulders, and then extend the other leg forward. That's going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, and then from 11 we come down, we move on to our 10 shoulder stretches. So onto the side we go, legs relaxed, and from there we open for 1 and 2 and for 3 and for 4, and then going from 5, we shall then change over to the other side, and it is 5 on the other side. So then once we've gone from our 10 arm openings, we're going to stay on the side that we're on now. And then we've got to go through our 9 side kicks. So stay in position, extend one leg, and for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9 are ready to change. So let's switch over to the other side, and it's 9 side kicks on that other side. 1, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. And then from there, we go into our side plank threading needles. So let's stay on the side. Let's go into our position, and then 4, 8 threading needles, 4 each way. Again, if you want to do 8 each side, by now it's going to feel pretty tiring, so I wouldn't be surprised if you stay with 4. So we've done 4 on each side, that gives us 8 threading needles. From there, we're going to go back to the saw position. So sitting back up, arms wide, legs shoulder width, and into 7 saws. And then from 7 saws, let's head back down. Let's lay ourselves back down onto that mat, and then let's go back into those hip drops. Arms wide, semi-supine, knees feet together, hands drop once, and twice, and 3, and 4, and 5, And 6. Back into bridge we go. Arms down or arms raised. Separate the feet, separate the knees. And from there, bridge number 1. Bridge number 2. And here we go, number 3. And number 4. And for bridge number 5. So now we need to go to our double leg stretch, tabletop with legs. And from there, let's go for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. From there, let's come down for our 3 single leg circles. Okay, we're almost there now. So 3 single leg circles, and this will be followed up by 2 spine stretches. So once you've done your circles, get ready to make your way up. You may be finding rolling up a little bit more tricky now as the body starts to get a little bit more fatigued. So using the resistance band can help, or again, if you want to, you can just sit yourself up. So let's come up. And then we're going to go into our 2 spine twists. And once each way, and now twice each way. And then 1 spine stretch, bring the legs in closer, and then we stretch forward. Okay, we're nearly there. Last day now. And for the final one, for our 12th day, we're going to go into the 100. And then we're going to do everything else last time round. So here we go. Make your way down onto your mat. Roll yourself down, lay yourself down. And then from the floor, we're going to go with our arms by our side, raised just above our hips. Leg position, option 1, easiest position is semi-supine. Slightly harder, option 2, tabletop, or the harder version, option 3, and that's straight legs. I'm going to breathe in for a count of 5 and breathe out for a count of 5. We're going to do that 10 times. That's going to equal 100. And then we'll move on to the 11th day exercise. So choose your leg position, raise your arms, raise the head and shoulders, and we'll begin. Breathe in from 5. And breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. So in through the nose, breathe in. And then out through the mouth. And through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're now reaching halfway. Breathe in from 5. And breathe out. And inhale again. And exhale. And breathe in. Counting 5 as you inhale. And breathe out. And inhale. And exhale. Okay, last 20 now. Breathe in from 5. And breathe out for 5. Last 10. Here we go. Breathe in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come down. Okay, from there, give yourself a moment to rest if you need to. And we're then going to go into a single leg stretch. It's 11 single leg stretches. Tabletop position, head and shoulders up. It's going to be working on those abdominals. They're going to be fairly tired. And from 11 single leg stretches, we extend for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11. As you come down, give yourself a moment. We then turn to the side. We're now going to go to our 10 shoulder stretches, head into the shoulder, and open up for 1. We're going to do 5 each way. And then, of course, once we've done 5, we need to switch. Feel free to carry on doing 10 if you wish. As we get 5 on the other side. 1, 2, and 3, 4. And then from 5. Okay, we're now going to move and we're going to stay on the same side. We're going to move on to our side kicks. So stay on the side, extend the leg this time, and we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9, ready to change legs. And 9 on the other side. Okay, now when we have done our 9 side kicks, we now go to our 8 threading needles. So let's stay on the side. Let's change to our side plank position. And then it is going to be 8 threading needles, 4 each way. And then we shall switch, change over, and for the other side. And then once we have done our 4 or our 8 in total, we then get ready to move over to our 7 saws. Coming up and 7 saws. And then from our 7 saws, we then make our way back down to the mat for our 6 hip drops. So arms wide, legs together, and dropping for 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. As we bring the arms in, or arms raised, separate the legs now into bridge and raise for 1. And bridge number 2. And number 3. And here we are, number 4. And then from bridge number 5, let's get ready for our double leg stretch as we come down. Tabletop position, and for 1, and 2, and 3. And then from 4, we come down into our single leg circle. We're almost complete. 1 circle, 2, and 3, and change, going the other way. 1, 2, and 3. Changing legs when you're ready. And then once we have done our single leg circles, up we go to the last 2. Coming up, and we're going to go into our spine twist, going once each way and then going twice. And then we shall finish things off with our last one, which is 1 spine stretch. Legs come in, breathe in to sit straight. And breathe out. And reach forward. And then as you come up, just going to finish things off with a little bit of a spine roll. So come down into box and roll from cat into cow. And then you can make your way onto your feet just by standing in your own time. Or you can just wake up those muscles a bit more, wake up that spine, make your way back, and just do a couple of roll downs and roll ups just to loosen things off, to relax. And then when you come up, you're complete. The 12 days of Pilates Christmas have been completed. Thank you so much for joining me for today. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you soon.
Bye.